My name's Chris. I'm from San Diego, and this is my 1999 EVO Chopper. When I first got this bike, it looked nothing like this. I way overpaid for it. It was a complete bike, but it had a different front end. It had like a 19 in the front. This is actually the original rear wheel. I just sanded it and painted it black. New tank, new front end. The transmission and the motor were already in the frame, so I kept those. Got a new carburetor. It had a points ignition, and I switched it out with an electronic ignition and put a map on it and tuned everything, so it runs really nice now. Built this sissy bar, and these pipes I did not too long ago. These are probably like one of the most recent things that I did at work. Made all the mounts, welded everything up, and that's pretty much where it is now. When my passion like really sparked for motorcycles, honestly, like this would be my dream bike. When I first bought this bike, I was like, I'm gonna make this exactly what I want. It took time, but you know, I did it. And this is really always what I wanted. I always wanted, like, you know, the short, squatty Springer, that kind of early 60s style. This, you know, the straight up and down sissy bar with the bayonet and the upsweep pipes. This was always the look that I really wanted and the look that I've always really been into. This is my dream bike. Just a couple cool things about my bike. As you can see here, got my front axle going on. It's the axle from my narrow glide front end that was originally on the bike. It was all I had, so I just took the rockers and flipped them on the inside. So like normally the rockers are out here, but the axle would have been too short, so we just flipped the rockers on the inside. This Springer is actually a repop. It's not an original Harley Springer. It looks older than it is just because I've been riding it for quite some time, so it's kind of starting to get rusty and gritted up, but it's just a replica, really. These risers I got from, I think I got them from Throttle Addiction. They're just Flanders style risers. Ooh. My pipes. Just Ultima pipes that I bought from eBay. And then we made these brackets and just rigged them up. The bike actually got quieter when I put these on, which was neat. And it runs a lot better. This sissy bar, the bayonet sissy bar, this is actually like this is like a World War II bayonet that I got from some World War II nut on eBay. Cool little setup I got is my mousetrap. These they used back when Harley first switched from foot clutch. They would use this, which is called a mousetrap, because the clutches were really hard to pull initially or hard to hold at stoplights, so these would make it easier to hold the clutch in. I just rigged up a chain and I welded this little link to my clutch actuator arm, and yeah, now I got this. It's pretty tricky to adjust, but once you figure it out, it's good. I'm watching your heartbeat. I'm talking your heartbeat. For anyone that wants to get into it or like looks at choppers and is like, man, I want to do that, it's really not as unattainable as people think it is. There is a lot of work involved, yeah, but it's not really that hard. There's a lot of cool people who are like happy to help. Like the information is out there for us more than like any generation ever. Like dudes back in the 60s were just figuring it out. It's just a matter of doing what you really want to do. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams.